Hey cats and kittens, it's Leisha. To touch bases on, I can see my titties. They look amazing. Not that, no. The whole struggle is a real thing because right now it's a financial point of understanding that, you have to get through it. You have to be able to leave the Christmas tree alone. Not that. That you have to be able to say that things are going to get better, that they do not constantly need to repeat itself, that you don't have to subscribe to a method of insanity where you constantly repeat the things that are not helping you. Because you don't. You can actually be positive and change and be a better person at the end of it, that the light at the end of the tunnel is not something that's a trick for you, that it's not something that you're not going to be able to get through. Everybody goes through it, and I get it. It sucks. It really does. It sucks in a not good, perverted in my head way. And it's one of those situations where you have to understand that as much as things are difficult now for you, that it will get better. That when you come out the other side, it's helping you change and grow as a person. That the path that you're on, it's set in motion when you decide to make a difference in yourself, in the way you look at things, the way things are, just all together. Like, the universe is not out to just fuck you over. It wants what's best for you. You know what I mean? It's difficult at times. Like, I have this friend that I call him Clark Kent because every time I think about him, it's just a good example of a better person. So when he talks about the stuff that he's been through and just examples of, like, life fucking sucks, but you get through it. You make changes in yourself and in your situations to make things better, because everybody has those moments where life just feels like it's shitting on them, and it's not. It's just things that we have to go through to come out the other side as a better person. And not a lot of people get that, but some people register that and they understand it, and they want to be better. They want to do better. They want to see something different in the world. They want to be the change they want to see in the world. They want to help others. And honestly, I think that's why I love the holiday season, because it shouldn't just be once a year that everybody gets to come together and be better. It shouldn't take a tragedy or something to make people realize that they're good people, that things aren't always how you plan them out, or you know what I mean? Just how you go through the struggle that you're going through individually is not necessarily how everybody else goes through it, but it's a good lesson to learn. People come in and out of your life to teach you lessons. The people that come into your life and stay in your life are there for a reason. They're good people. They're examples of how to stay shiny and bright and happy, and how to breathe through the day, how to be able to understand and come to grips with, life is not a constant struggle. There are moments that you have to remember how to get to, how to be with, how to acknowledge that it's better for you. It's not always this rigmarole of constant struggle. You have to be able to change yourself to be able to see how you were staying a stick in the mud, or how you were staying stagnant at a situation. And a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people that like to try to put you down when you're happy are in the situation that they're in because they refuse to change. And you have to be that type of person that goes, okay, I see the things that are not good for me. I see how this is hurting my spirit. I see how this is keeping me down. You have to be able to change. You can't subscribe to insanity. The definition of insanity is to continue with the same situation, the same mindset, the same thing, thinking that you're going to get a different result at the end and not doing anything different about it. That's the most difficult part of anybody's struggle. That if you think that you can keep being that type of person, or being in that type of spending money a certain way, or however you want to put it, however the example is, that you think that you're going to get different results, it's not going to. Leave the tree. Okay, see, she keeps fucking with it. It's not going to it's not going to change. It's going to be one of those situations where you're wondering why nothing has gotten better, or why nothing has been successful for you. It's difficult. I get it, because, oh my God, I honestly, I look back at some of my videos and I'm just like, I have a neck. Look at it. Look at it. My face is in a beach ball, and I'm not crying at the fact that I can't pay my bills, or that my finances aren't working out. There's a smile on my face every time. And hold up, because I can't see my face. That you go through life. It's part of existence. It's part of life, going through and being able to say, well, I did this different, or I changed this, and coming through the other side feeling so wonderful and lifted and just a better person, period, is one of those things that you have to realize, that changing yourself, changing your situation, coming at it a different thought, that makes you a better person. So you cherish those moments, those people that inspire you, that teach you, that love you unconditionally through all of your jibber jabber, or any and everything. That support system that you've built that because you decided to be a different person. That people are there to see you become a different person, that they love you unconditionally, and despite the bullshit you say and you believe, they're just like, so what are you going to do differently this time? Shit. I didn't think that far ahead. You should think that far ahead. I mean, it's, good God, because nothing worth having comes easy. It doesn't. You have to put in the work. You have to face that struggle. You have to climb that wall, go under that bridge, do just something to be able to say, okay, I've made it. And I can look back and go, I never want to be in that place again where everything was just so difficult. I never want to be in that position where I've made myself hurt. You just shouldn't. You shouldn't have to come to that realization. But then again, how else are you going to learn? So the struggle is real is a life-changing statement that honestly is horrible. And you get through it. You think it and you do it, and you make the changes you need. You do the things that you have to do within legal standings to be able to say, hey, this is working for me, and this is how I'm getting through this. And you share that. You make that executive decision that the things that you struggled with and you see someone else struggling with, you go, okay, this is usually the next step. this is usually what happens. This is how I got through this. I'm not saying you have to do the exact same thing. I'm just saying that this is how I got past it. And believe that things will be better, because the universe, the gods, the spirits, whatever you believe in, don't want to see you miserable. No one does. The people that are in that state of enjoying other people's misery is because there's something with them that they are struggling with, that they are going through, that they're trying to figure out how they're going to get through it. And if they don't believe that changing for the better or seeing the bright side or just pushing past it is what's best, they think that they can continue to do the same things that they've done and are mad that the situation isn't different, then you can just walk away from them. You can be a better person. You can understand that it's something different. There's something different. There's a different way to be able to go, this is how I'm going to get my finances. This is how this relationship is going to work. This is how you have to be, you have to do to be able to get through this. You really can't be that type of person that's just like, well, I'm going to stick to this because this has worked for me. How's it worked for you when you're constantly saying, I need help, I need this, I do this? It's that whole self-victimizing thing that just does not bring anybody happiness. And no one should have to say that they, for 30 years, for 20 something years, they've been doing the same thing and nothing's changed. Fucking change, dude. Just, like, there's no other explanation for that. There's just not. I mean, honestly, when my doctor was like, if you lose the weight, then you more than likely don't have to be on medication. Sick tight, cool. All right, awesome. Let me change this up. And I'm honest to God, went from 300 pounds to like 200 to 201. If I'm lying to myself, because the scale could change in a couple hours. I don't know. It could be possible. So, just figure it out. You have to get past that point, so you don't have to say, oh, the struggle is real. So when you do come up to a place where you're financially stable, you can say, okay, I remember how it felt to be at this point, and I want to be at this point now. So I like being at this point. I love being at this point. I love being at point B, where I've gotten past any and everything that has kept me down or has made me feel uncomfortable, has made me just doubt everything that has made me a better person till now. You have to get to that point where you are that better person. You are that shining bright example. You are that bubbly piece of happiness that everybody sees, that they're just like, why are you constantly singing happy? Because I know what it has been like to be at that point where I don't like me, where I don't like anything about me, to where I love everything about me, that I will fight tooth and nail to keep this type of happiness so I don't go back to that point where I wasn't happy, where I didn't like looking in the mirror, where I didn't love myself, where I did not think that I was going to be at a point where I can go, okay, this sucks, but you will get through this, where you're not making videos where you're crying over things, where you're not at this point where you try to figure out, how the hell did I get here, when you know you did it yourself. So it's a struggle. I hate it. There are trials and tribulations that everybody has to go through, and sometimes you just have to get to that point and realize that, whew, okay, we made it. Cool beans. I'm doing this and this is working, and I can figure this out. I can make things better. And God, there's so many things, and I get it. It's like first world problems hardcore, but at the same time, it's trying not to compare your trouble and your issues with everyone else's, because there are child soldiers out there. There are women who cannot make their point without being stoned or beheaded by family members. There are things that are fucked in this world that we have to go, okay, you do realize it could be worse. It could be just absolutely positively worse. There could be just things that make you so unbelievably not you that are just, they're just horrible. They're horrible things. Horrible things. So, you know, you just get through it. You figure things out. You work through them. You get to the other side. And if it's a situation or a person or anything that's not bringing you joy or happiness or a stable mindset, then you have to change. You have to realize that if this person continues to do the same behavior, then you have to change. You can't stay stagnant and miserable and happy. That's not healthy. It's not. And you when you realize that you can be at a point where you're just like, I'm happy and I love being happy. I'm financially stable and I love being financially stable. I love being healthy. You stick with that because it feels good for you. And you just can't not, you can't make that your thing. You know what I mean? It has to be something that inspires you and motivates you, and that starts with yourself. So when you say the struggle is real, you go, okay, and this is how I'm getting past this, because I don't want to have to keep saying that. I don't want to have to keep being in a situation where it feels like I'm struggling to breathe or whatever is you. This is all me. You don't want to feel like you're just sinking into a pit of nothingness and can't find your way out. So that is my take on the struggle is real. It is Saturday, cats and kittens. So hip cats, kittens, no. 50s, no. Just me. It's always just me. Sometimes it's just the way it is. Enjoy your weekend and enjoy life. Be positive, be passionate, be lovely, sexy, beautiful, intelligent geniuses that you are in your own existence. And I will see you all next time. Say bye, Kawhi. She just loves fucking shit up. Love you guys.